The Xbox One X is a new console without a launch game. It's that time again to talk about media bias and double standards. Recently, VG247 put out an article with the bombastic headline, "Microsoft should sell the Xbox business in order to save it." Most of this article hinges on the idea that the Xbox One X, because of the Crackdown 3 delay, is going to launch without an exclusive. And I thought to myself, the PS4 Pro launched last year in 2016. Did it launch with an exclusive? No, it didn't. Here's the double standard, here's the media bias, and what I'm going to do, really quick, I'm going to read you the first half of this article because this is going to piss off a lot of people, but I want you to pay attention to the way this is written. And I want you to imagine that the shoe is on the other foot. The Xbox One X is a new console without a launch game. With Crackdown 3 pushed out of this year's release schedule, the Xbox holiday lineup for 2017 ends with just one mistimed blockbuster, not so much as a bang as an asthmatic wheeze. This is the year Microsoft launches a brand new console, the Xbox One X, in November, with Forza 7 out a month earlier. The Xbox One launches with no supporting blockbuster games. A new console with no games. It might seem easy to counter that the PlayStation 4 lineup isn't bursting with first-party exclusives at the end of the year either, but Sony has already had a strong year with the enviable lineup of critical sales successes: Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted, The Lost Legacy, and Neo, by proxy exclusive Nier Automata, as well as the spillage of digital titles, including the return of Wipeout and Pararappa the Rapper. It's doing just fine in a follow year. In contrast, the Xbox One got Halo Wars 2 in February, a game no one really cared about. If only Microsoft hadn't shiz-canned Scalebound, a game that was already years in development, or Fable Legends, a game that was perfectly playable in beta. Remember the Phantom Dust fiasco? If only Microsoft hadn't closed its internal development studios year after year, from FOSSA to Lionhead. 2 studios, right? Man, every year Microsoft needs to quit closing studios. Out of 4 years, they closed 2. If you don't make games, you can't sell games. Microsoft has put itself in a ridiculous position of having the hardware ready and nothing to showcase for those astounding new tech specs. They are hoping that people will buy the Xbox One X on a promise that something will come out for it next year. Even then, Crackdown 3 isn't going to be the game that'll sell the console. So let's call it. Microsoft doesn't care about the Xbox business. It's been slowly ramping it down for years. Phil Spencer is doing a grand job of being that enthusiastic executive on the front line, but his words are ringing hollow. It was only March when he said first-party games were critical for the launch of the Xbox One, and now the Xbox One is in critical condition. Alright, now what I'm going to do, this is the best part of the video. I rewrote this article pretending that it's the end of 2016 and the PS4 Pro is about to come out, taking the same approach, the same standard that is being held to the Xbox One X. And here is how it goes. The PS4 Pro is a new console without a launch game. With Horizon Zero Dawn pushed out of this year's release schedule, the PS4 holiday lineup for 2016 ends with just one last-gen carryover, The Last Guardian. Not so much a bang as an asthmatic wheeze. This is the year Sony launches a brand new console, the PS4 Pro, in November, with The Last Guardian out a month after the PS4 Pro launches with no supporting blockbuster games. You see how this is going? A new console with no games. It might seem easy to counter that the Xbox One lineup isn't bursting with first-party exclusives at the end of the year either, but Xbox offered Dead Rising 4, Forza Horizon 3, and Gears of War 4, along with a trimmed-down Xbox One S with HDR and a 4K Blu-ray player. In contrast, the PS4 got No Man's Sky in August, a game no one really cared about. If only Sony hadn't shiz-canned Silent Hill, a game that was already years in development. A fiasco that caused PS4 gamers to spend hundreds of dollars on a used PS4 just because it had the PT demo installed on it. If you don't make games, you can't sell games. Sony has put itself in the ridiculous position of having the hardware ready and nothing to showcase for those astounding new tech specs. They're hoping that the people buy the PS4 Pro on a promise that something will come out for it next year. Even then, Gravity Rush 2 isn't going to be the game that'll sell a new console. So let's call it. Sony doesn't care about the PlayStation business. It's been slowly ramping it down for years, with only a handful of first-party blockbuster games up to holiday 2016. And now the PS4 Pro has one last-gen game to showcase its power. Let me be very clear, because I've learned a lot of lessons along the way. Up until the end of 2016, Microsoft and Sony had about the same amount of games and the same caliber of games. PS4 totally took off in 2017, but let me put it another way. It took over 3 years. Greatness awaited for the PS4 for 3 years. In early 2017, Horizon Zero Dawn, Gravity Rush, Persona, Neo, all of these big games finally came to the PS4. And they've got even more coming. Yes, PS4 has way more games than the Xbox. Yes, Xbox needs to kick it in gear and get more first-party games. But will they? E3 2017 was proof that Microsoft was putting their hand out to get more games to the Xbox platform. They're going to have to do a lot more than that if they want to meet what the PS4 is offering their gamers. Now, I hope I made my point, but look at 2016. How can you say the Xbox One X is going to fail if it launches without a blockbuster exclusive when the PS4 Pro didn't either? Now, I know you're going to say that the PS4 already has a leg up on the market and is already punching out ahead of all of the competition. But as long as PS4 continues to stay this far ahead of the market, Xbox will always have to do double the effort just to keep up. I feel like I've done way too many videos about exclusives, but as things have changed over this generation, PS4 gamers were always bragging about the power of their console. And now that the power of the Xbox One X is casting a large shadow over their PS4 and their PS4 Pro, the entire argument has reflected on games, and by rights it should, because the games have finally come. But starting next year, we're going to see more developers adopt the Xbox One X and bring more of those PlayStation 4 and PC games onto the Xbox One X because of that ease of development and that extra power. Developers want to show their games the best way possible, and they don't want to bend over backward to do it. This is no excuse, because Microsoft still has to put that double effort into keeping up in the games industry. And Xbox One X just may be alluring enough to bring more developers to the platform. This is Colt Eastwood. Thank you so much for watching this. If you've made it this far, let me know in the comment section. Are you pre-ordering the Xbox One? Or are you waiting day one to buy it? Are you waiting for a sale? Are you waiting for a bundle? Or are you not getting one? If you'd like to talk to me, I'll be in the comment section. If you want to hear what else I have to say about gaming, subscribe to this channel, check out the videos I've been doing, and follow me on Twitter at Colt Eastwood. Alright, I've made this long enough, gamers. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you soon.